Opening up the debate on Newshour, debate number 2 with me in the studio is Professor Kancha Ilaiah, well-known Dalit activist and author. Nirmala Sitharaman continues on the debate. The Congress party spokesperson switched here. Abid Rasool Khan, Congress spokesperson, welcome to the debate. Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP, Mayawati's party, welcome to the debate. Hartosh Singh Bal stays on. And Rahul Ishwar, my first question goes to you. Rahul Ishwar is, of course, from the Sabarimala Trust, a young man who is a social activist. Rahul, private sector reservations, you're against it. Why would you say you're against it? The Congress party is going to give a mega push for private sector reservations starting tomorrow. I want you to begin with your opening remarks, which the Congress can then take on. Rahul.
We are all for all kind of help to our people in SC/ST communities and disadvantaged communities for their upliftment and assisting them in their development. But unfortunately, this is just before, on the eve of election, this is posturing for creating some kind of a quota politics and vote bank politics. This is very unfortunate. We had high hopes of Rahul Gandhi, and he is letting us down. And if one person who is alive would have been very sad, it is Ambedkar, who said, let us have reservations for 10 years, and after 60 years of independence, we are trying to extend the reservation in private sector too. Now again the quota game come, again SC/ST reservation will come, OBC reservation will come. When will we start seeing us as Indians first? We are all general Indians first, and don't we think we should give merit a huge place for this? And don't we all know this is again a posturing for elections? Won't the judiciary have reservations against it? Won't the private sector go against it? So it is just a political ploy to appeal.
It's posturing for elections.
Posturing for election.
It's 100% hypocrisy, Abid Rasool Khan. 100% hypocrisy and 1000% pure political opportunism by the Congress party. Abid Rasool Khan, you do nothing for all these years. You know you might be losing, and you promise this dream to the people of this country. Divide them forever, more than 2 decades after Mandal once again. Reinforce the idea of caste in the name of equal opportunities. Divide the youth of this country once again and create a situation where people will be afraid even of investing in India as a country which works only on the basis of caste, community and quotas, not on the basis of merit. Why such political opportunism, Abid Rasool Khan? Why?
Arnab,
who will believe you now for it?
Arnab, first of all, there is no political opportunism. It is a responsibility towards the downtrodden and weaker section of this country that we need to do it. Secondly,
so what did you do for it, about it for the last 10 years?
Everything goes through a process, everything comes through a time, and the time has come, opportune time is there.
Really? What was the process? It was in your manifesto in 2004. In 2009, you tried to initiate reservations in the private sector. You said we'll create a national consensus. Where is the national consensus?
Okay, well, I did not want to get this point, but you have brought this point out. Now I would like to say that it is the primary objections of the main opposition to all this scheme that has made them delayed. Now they have.
So the BJP stopped you.
They oppose.
Fine.
They oppose everything.
The BJP stopped you.
Let me complete it. I never interrupt you, so please don't.
They oppose. No, so they want to respond now. They got their point.
One after the other, we'll talk about it.
They want to respond.
Yes, definitely. I will wait for the response and answer them also. The point here is that there is a responsibility towards the weaker section. There is a responsibility towards the minorities. There is a responsibility towards the Dalit, and all the private sector in their social responsibilities are to take care of all these marginalized societies, which they never do. This is a fact that the budget which is earmarked for the social responsibility is never spent by the private sector, and it is diverted for some other activities. So if a reservation is given, it is a chance for the backward and the marginalized to get a better job opportunity and come up in life. And this is what our party has been committed for, and it is our party's motto that we do inclusive growth.
So Rahul Gandhi woke up after 10 years, is it? So Rahul Gandhi woke up after 10 years. What did Rahul Gandhi do for it for the last 9 years?
He woke up after 10 years.
What did Rahul Gandhi do for it for the last 9 years?
It is the intention which is important. It is
why is it not important? It reflects whether you're looking at it in an opportunistic way. Even Kancha Ilaiah will say that it's important. Kancha Ilaiah, is this opportunism? Is this hypocrisy?
For the communities.
No, 1 minute. Sir, please do not play your politics over the sentiments, feelings and futures of the young people of this country, including 100 million young voters who are going to vote for the first time. Do not play politics of caste over them. Kancha Ilaiah, do you support this kind of opportunism?
Well, Arnab, This so far is a speculative question. If Congress is putting this in the manifesto,
Yes.
that SC/STs, as you said, have to get reservation in private sector. In fact, they are now going to bring all parties into a major debate, because BJP is now
It's a pointless
systematically
debate.
putting.
It's a destructive debate.
No,
It's a debate that goes against the tenets of what Dr. Ambedkar said.
No. See,
It goes against the tenets of what Dr. Ambedkar said.
No. See, you have
It
to
reduces-
understand.
it reduces
Arnab,
reservations
you have
to a matter of a
understand.
political gimmick.
No, at least the SC/ST OBCs have come into some sort of a middle
Why?
class because of the reservation.
No, why
And
don't
where
you-
did
why
they
don't you
affect
say that this is exactly the kind of political-
Where did they affect the merit in public sector?
Have you forgotten, Kancha Ilaiah? I have great regard for you, very respected and erudite man. But why are you being so selective today in your memory? Have you forgotten that Dr. Ambedkar said reservation is neither a political policy matter, a political gimmick, nor a matter of charity? It is a constitutional obligation. But by turning reservations into an issue of vote bank politics, it is being turned by the Congress party as a political gimmick, a matter of charity, something which you, therefore, as a follower of Dr. Ambedkar, should be opposing. Why are you not being clear on your position to that?
See, you must see that Ambedkar said that this has limited scope for liberation of these people if the land reforms are carried, if the economic reforms are carried, if equal school education is established. Now, today, Narendra Modi is talking about development, right? Development with the support of monopolies. Can they abolish private school system which is English
What's the
medium?
relevance of that? Let Nirmala
I'll tell
Sitharaman respond to you on that.
Then, what are they going to tell the OBCs whose votes they are going to seek tomorrow? What are they going to do for them, for their
And
development?
I'm asking you,
if they don't support reservation?
and I'm asking you.
Let BJP say they don't support reservation in private sector.
Well, obviously they won't, because they will go along with what is politically opportunistic themselves. Nirmala Sitharaman will. Let her respond to you.
No, let them say that.
Yeah, let her say that.
I'm very grateful that a leader like Kancha Ilaiah ji, who speaks up for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, who's vociferously argued for their rights, is now ready to ask the BJP all the questions for having failed the people last 10 years and now thinking as though newly to put it again into their manifesto.
What is your position?
No, I will certainly.
What is your position? Do you believe there should be quotas in the private sector?
First question is this part of the Congress's manifesto? We are
100% that is my information. It's coming out tomorrow. No, it is not a matter of speculation. I can confirm this, that senior Congress leaders have told me that they are going to be putting for a major push of affirmative action in the private sector tomorrow. I stick my neck out on that, and I can tell you it's going to be part of the Congress manifesto.
I'll take it
tomorrow.
as what you've said. My question, therefore, is if the Congress party is so committed, they had 10 golden years when they said growth, and growth is what they're spending time on. That growth was jobless growth. They've left the economy with dwindling jobs. And at this time, suddenly they think of jobs for the Dalits in the private sector. Even the government jobs have not come through. What is the guarantee that you're going to do anything at all in the private sector, given the commitment with which you have produced newer jobs in the last 10 years? Atal Bihari Vajpayee, during his 5 years, gave more than 6 crore jobs. Whereas what
You're
we
again
have
dodging
now,
the question so smartly here. Why don't you just tell us
Our
whether you are
manifesto will tell you what we have to
are
say.
you for or against quotas in the private sector? Simple.
Our manifesto will
Are
tell
you
you,
for or
especially
against it?
because it's election
Mr.
time.
Bhadoria?
I will not take away the prerogative of the manifesto to say what it
No,
should
it is
say.
not. You're hiding behind that.
No,
behind
certainly
that
not.
excuse.
Certainly
Mr.
not.
Bhadoria, are you for or against quotas in the private sector? And will it not destroy the very idea of merit among the youth of India seeking jobs and opportunities?
Well, first, let me say this. This coming from Congress party is all humbug and farce, because we have seen in the last 65 years they have done little for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and coming at on the eve of the poll, and particularly when the elections are on, only shows how desperate they have become.
But you are supporting them. Why couldn't you give them the...
So are you.
Well,
so are you.
as
You
far
are
as
supporting them as well.
BSP is supporting the UPA, Congress-led UPA. Why couldn't they get them do it in the last 10 years?
You have been always anti-Dalit.
Yeah, please go ahead.
There is no issue about your position on the Dalits.
Don't give me
The
that line,
Congress
all
party
right?
is trying
In
to
your
play
10 years
politics. We
with the
understand
UPA,
both of
why
you.
couldn't you get
are
it
different
done?
sides of the same
You may
coin.
title
both of you
others
are
as
different sides of the
anti-Dalits.
same coin.
You could not get the Congress do it for you.
Fundamentally, Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar differed with Mr. Guru Golwalkar. We differ with the Congress party. We have seen how you treated Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, and so did the Congress party. And let me tell you, the Dalits of this country are not going to be fooled either by both of you. They will stand by Behan Mayawati ji, because we have seen in the last parliament, it was only her who took up the issue of reservations in promotions. Neither of you came out. Finally, when you saw that the mood of the country and the strong effort made by Behan Mayawati ji,
Isn't it shameful, Sudhindra Bhatta? Isn't it
I'm
shameful?
sorry, I'm not accepting
look,
this,
look
Mr.
at this, Rahul Ishwar, look at the point here. Look at the point here. Isn't it absolutely shameful here that right here on the program, on the eve of the election, all political parties are threatening to virtually destroy the future of people of this country in terms of youth and job opportunities, destroy the very idea of merit, run over what...
I'll ask you one question.
Yes, please go ahead.
The question is, can you force the private sector
And I would like to ask one question too.
private medium English?
Can you, are you saying,
go for a uniform
and
school
are you saying tomorrow that whether it is a news channel, an organization, media organization, a bank, an airline, in each of these jobs, that you will reserve a certain quota for SCs and STs and still have the concept of merit in this country?
Yes,
And
because I'll tell you. See, Nirmala ji, let her tell me in our own states where she is ruling.
So will you then also say, let me take...
Gujarat, what is the fate of OBCs in the private sector? Why 52% of the people could not come into any private sector? Because you have a huge gap between public
and let me
education and private education.
Let me ask
Let
you,
us go for uniform.
is it true or not
These
that
are
due to reservations,
mathematical and
hundreds of thousands of
statistics
positions are lying vacant in the government of India?
Why? Why should they be vacant? They are not recruiting.
Exactly.
They are not. There is qualified people. I know in IITs, when the old generation professors entered with mere MTech, today they are not even taking SC, ST, BC boys with PhDs. There is a discrimination there.
And therefore you stand here on the side of a political party that wants to introduce the idea of vote banks in the private sector as job opportunities, despite knowing the fact it goes against what Baba Sahib Ambedkar said.
No, as a social reformer, I would stand by whichever political
Rahul Ishwar
party,
contradicting you, Rahul Ishwar. Yes, Rahul. Listen to Rahul.
Let BJP say that it won't support.
Arnabji, I married a girl who is not of my caste. I'm telling you a real situation. I married a girl who is not of my caste. You know, what caste will my child be? What is Rahul Gandhi's caste after all? So why do we reinforce the idea of caste?
It doesn't matter.
It was a system of the past. In the India of 21st century, Rahul Gandhi being a youth, please don't reinforce such stereotypes. Please do away with caste. Help all people irrespective of caste and religion. Why do you still want to reinforce the idea of caste in this modern 21st century?
Yes, Abid Rasool.
Divide the people in the
Rahul
name of
Ishwar, the
caste
Congress is
and
responding to you.
I'm telling you that your logic
the Congress is
absolutely
responding
absurd.
to you, but before
we have
that,
a responsibility toward the SC, STs and minorities. We have to see that they come up in life and be equal to the others. That is the responsibility that has been given in the Constitution. The whole idea was to see that they come up economically and be a part of the uniform citizen of India. So we have that responsibility. We are going to do that responsibility, and it is only Congress which has been doing it. Late or not late is a different aspect, but our commitment to that angle is definitely there.
Many of the commitments given in your 2009 manifesto has not been fulfilled, sir.
Are we
You're
not
coming
going
up with
to
something
include
new
OBCs
now.
in
What
the
is
list
the
later?
confidence
Are we not going to say minorities are going to be suffering? That's the reason why we should have reservation in private sector.
If that is the case, then I'm ready for it on whatever point you want me to talk on.
Why should it be that is the case?
Well, my question is very simple as I go into the break. Which other country in the world forces reservations in the private sector at the expense of merit? Hartosh, I know you want to come to the debate. I will come back to this debate. You want to make one small point?
Yeah.
You can make one long point, but on the other side of the break, Kancha Elaya. I take a short break.